I was done with fourth song. I said, "Don't just throw away." I said, "Bros, no." I listened to all of it. I begged him at the fifth one. I said, I don't hear him. Nothing they hear. He said, "Bros, no. You like the seventh and the eighth." But listen, it was crap. So I took the CD and I was looking for this boy. God save us, a bad corner now. Yeah. When I saw him, he said, "Bros, how far? You listen to that?" I said, "A blank CD you give me." He said, "A blank." Another one. I didn't want him to even go there. So you must not even, your audience will recognize your talents, but you also must be sure of the kind of audience you perform to and expose the talents to. Now, when you get that applause, the applause will define how much you begin to charge. The applause will determine where you begin to market yourself to. When I started marketing myself, I found out that the people that were ready to pay for the comedy that I was doing were on the island. So I took billboards on the island. I didn't put billboards in Oshodi. I didn't put them. Let me tell you how people who don't appreciate talent behave. Even the Bible said if you put pearls before swines, they will not know the value. So this is what I did. I put all those billboards and I marketed myself to the kind of audience that would applaud me appropriately, that would appreciate what I had. And by the appreciation, I knew what I needed to do more. So I knew I had to reduce the number of at the time I came on, he was one of the people that told me, I used to do the kind of jokes that away. I know a lot of you did not know. You know away and John Chuku can tell a joke for 10, 15 minutes. Because then they had the time. Airtime was becoming more expensive. They can't put you on network for 1 hour and you want to do 45 minutes jokes. No. So I had to learn one-liners. One-liners. And so as he says something, I respond with a quick one. As he says something, just like you have the Omoba that is in Punch, the cartoon, you have to be on the spot. You have to be quick on delivery. You have to be spontaneous. So as a comedian, those are some of the things that I learned. And in going past my applause, it was that the applause now made me know that these people valued me for this much. And these people valued me for that much. As a comedian as well, you place yourself as you climb. You can't call me now to come do an event and I'll say, pay me 2 million naira. You know why? Every time you do an event for less than your standard, you eat into the market of the younger comedians. Does it make sense? If my fee is 5 million and somebody calls me and says, Ali, can you do something for us for 2.5? And I take it. Any day they say, Bobby, come and do one event, and Bobby say 3 million. Alibaba self takes 2.5. What's your problem? I've started killing my business. Because gradually they'll start using all the other boys for 2.5 and they'll begin to look at the gap between that 2.5 and my 5 million. So once in a while I can sacrifice. It's not like, my brother, if somebody comes to give me 2.5 to MC wedding now, I'll take it because there's something I can do with it. But because of professional standards and maintaining decorum in the business that we're in, I'll say no. Because I'll be eating into the territory of a younger comedian. So all of this is by the applause that you get. And when you get those applause, it means that you've been recognized. The applause recognizes you, admits you, and actually makes you a chartered person. So since you don't have a professional body that says you are now a chartered accountant, your applause becomes how you get chartered. And when you now become chartered, what do you do next? Now brings us to next. You see, because I had comedy, and I found an audience in somebody like Uncle D, it would have ended there. But I started doing live shows. I started going on radio. I started doing tours, and I was performing in nightclubs. Where is Eddie Lawani? Eddie Lawani told me, because you have started performing on the international stage does not stop you from being a comedian. And so you still have to go to the court. Do you know that till now, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and all the big-time comedians still go to clubs. They go to clubs to go try out themselves. After a while, a lot of people do not see me at events, and they were like, Alibaba is not raining again. Somebody actually told me to my face, yeah, Ali, you are not in vogue again now. It's other people that we use now. I said, why? He said, because you don't perform again now. And I asked him questions. I said, I don't perform again. He said, yes. I said, were you there when Dangote did his private dinner? He said, no. I said, were you there when we had the dinner for the president of Sao Tome when he came? He said, no. I said, did they invite you to Adenuga's house when he saw the French prime minister? He said, no. I said, did they invite you? So after a while, he was like, why are you asking? I said, if you were not there, how do you know that I'm not performing? Because everything has category. Let me tell you how everything has category. If you are driving on this road from Calabar here to Uyo, and there's a checkpoint, and a man there is a sergeant, and he's the one that stops your vehicle every time. Stops your vehicle, does the check and everything, and he say, good. Then after 3-4 years, you are going to Uyo, and you see the man there as sergeant. Has it developed? It is the same thing when you go to a banking hall and somebody is counting your cash that you brought. He will count it and drop, count and drop. He has to be promoted. So one day you come, you say, where is Edem? Oh, he's now upstairs. Then one day you go upstairs and you ask for Edem. Oh no, he's now in head office. Then you go to head office and ask for Edem. He say, he's now the GM in Calabar. Then you come to Calabar, maybe you say, what of they say, no, they're taking him back to Lagos, it's ED. That is how you grow. If anybody expects to be seeing you where you are here, if anybody expects to see you here, they don't want your growth. If they keep seeing you here as talent, and they don't see you as service that people appreciate, you are not going to the next level. You see, one time, even now, I hear some jingles on radio or TV, and people go, oh, beautiful jingle. I don't say I wrote it. There's some programs that I create, and somebody says, did you watch that program? I say, yes. They say, beautiful program. I say, yes, it's a beautiful program. But I made my money. I write poetry. I write songs. But I can't put it into music. But I write this and I give it to somebody, the person turns it into music. And the song begins to play. And people go, oh, such a beautiful song. It's funny. But I made my money. But somebody is waiting somewhere with a yokometer, waiting to see how you are making it. So finally, this is it. When you get to the next level, in different careers, like Eddie Lawani said, in different careers, your next level and legendary status has time capsules. Some, as a civil servant, you know after, sir, is it 30 years? 30 or 35 years? Civil service. After 35 years, your time capsule as civil servant is ended. If you become a pilot, as long as you can still see and fly, you fly. As a judge, once you pass 65, they drop you. As a musician, you can sing till 100, till you die. As an actor, you can till you die. So everything has time capsules. So your time capsule should also define your movement. For instance, if you're a footballer, you know that by the time you get to 35, original 35, you would have passed a particular prime. So you can't think that by the time you are 70, you still want to play football. No, so everything has time capsule. That's your next level. So you have to work hard to get there. So for what I teach comedians, and like Ubi Franklin told you, my doors are actually open. I get DMs, I reply DMs, and I make people understand that there are very intricate laws of entertainment that I've learned from masters. For instance, there's something that people say that I heard the first time from a lady called Tokumba Ajayi. She's late now. She said, when people say, if you can think it, you can do it, that is a bloody lie. If somebody tells you, if you can think it, you can do it, think that you can beat Mike Tyson. Just think it. Just think it, just think it. And then walk to Mike Tyson and say, oh yeah, I've been thinking it, your own is finished. It will be your last thought. The same way, if you are on my weight level, I'm 100 kg. Do I look like a bag of cement? What's wrong with you? If you are 100 kg and you say you and Usain Bolt want to do 100 meters, you can't beat me. Which is the same reason that if you're a stammerer, you can't read the network news, no matter how you think it. Nobody will give you the news to say, good evening. This is the network news read by Nzika. Nobody will wait for you. So what I'm saying is that you must first know who you are, know where and who you are selling to, know what the people appreciate and how they appreciate you to go to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, this next level is the legendary status. You must work hard to get to this level. You cannot get to this level from status of just beginning. You must go through. See how everybody here has been talking about learning from Uncle D. Sometimes I used to do this. I learned how to be a floor manager when he was even directing. He would come from inside the directorial booth to come and talk to people. Because I was looking at these people that were floor managers, they didn't get the flow. He would come into the list and be like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong? Why is this camera here? And he always wore Babariga, and it's only when the thing don't enter his head, he will remove it and they come with his dashiki and from the MCR to the main studio could take you like 3-4 minutes. He dashes and runs all between when we're doing night training. But I learned from the correction he was giving to floor managers. When we worked on the honorables, and I worked with Lai Arasomi on the honorables, I became floor manager. Somebody asked me, where did you learn it from? I used TV school. Because you work by listening and watching people as well. A lot of us here, if a dog, if a lion enters here, they won't ask you to run. You see all this place that looks like Tapoli, people will cut it open and run. So that instinct that makes you want to survive is that instinct you should have from this point. Let me tell you why Mr. President said Nigerian youth, most of them are lazy. Let me tell you why. Because this is where we are. We're waiting for government to come and take us to the next level. Go back. We're waiting for government to come take us to the next level. And then, while we're waiting for government to take us to the next level, some other people are on their own, taking themselves to the next level. And then when they get to this next level, you are still there, and you begin to say, we started together. These are quite one governments, these Calabar, these Cross River State governments, they will not help anybody. Did you hear Olisa say, with the way social media is now, you don't need to go to one person's studio. Uncle D even mentioned it, you don't need to take like Majek CD to one place or tape to one place and say play. You can now upload it and tag people. Did you see the boy that this boy just signed? Olamide? Picasso. Did he sit at home? He was uploading videos and videos and videos, and then somebody who also had grown his own talent to promoting people, Tunde Ednot, started pushing it. It's simple. Remember, 10 people went to see the groom. 5 carried extra oil. The other 5 were like, Shebu, are all human beings, let's get there now. When they got there and oil was finishing and they said, well, if you don't have lights, you can't see the groom. They said, okay, let's go and quickly find, let's go and find the kerosene. By the time they went, it has passed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful evening.
Make some noise for Alibaba. Now, on this one, we're putting the two together, so we're going to be calling it Eze Gozi, the GM Universal Music Nigeria, to talk about building a perfect script for a perfect image. And then when we come back, we'll ask the question. So, yes, you boss. Put your hands together, thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Boss, you've said everything you wanted to say today. Everything, but what we'll do is I'm going to tell you about myself first so that you can understand the journey of any artist, any brand, whether you're a musician, comedian, actor, manager, writer, whatever you are, there's a process that you have to go through. Myself, I started as a street promoter. I was hired by a friend of mine to give out flyers, CDs for a few different artists. From there, I realized that the way this system grows is hand to hand. If I like your music, I'll share it with someone because I believe your music is good. If I don't like your music, I won't share it. So that goes back to what Boss said about the first step being that talent. Everyone has a talent. But until you can ignite that talent and share it with someone, there's no value. You continue to share it. You continue to move. Your message gets passed. People begin to discover who you are. But even at that point, that's not enough. You now need to make sure that, okay, if you want to do a corporate gig, if you want to perform in front of the president, you need to dress the part. You can't go to a wedding wearing t-shirts and shorts. They won't take you seriously. So now you need to step back and say, okay, you know what, in order to fit into this space, let me make sure I present myself in the right way. From there, you continue to grow, you continue to learn, you continue to look at people who have done it before you. Take what worked, apply it to yourself, look at what didn't work, and apply that to yourself as well. All of us are very quick to celebrate those who have made it, forgetting that there are a lot of people on the way who have not even gotten to that process. On a daily basis in our office, we go through about 3,700 songs in a day. And those are people who are trying to break into Nigeria, not just Nigerians. People from Ghana, people from South Africa, from Kenya, from the UK, from the US, all trying to break into this market. So you have people who have different strengths, different things they're applying to themselves in order to become better. If you want to truly grow, you have to look at yourself first, because the truth is, when I was managing artists, if you didn't believe in yourself, there's nothing I could do for you. You can't push someone further than they're willing to go. You can guide them, you can direct them, you can tell them, okay, you know what? This artist has tried this route, it didn't work, let's go this way. But if the talent is not standing next to the people who are willing to support and help you, you can't move forward. So a lot of this is really about self-awareness. Once you realize who you are, what you want to become, you can now build your brand. We're in 2018, anything you want, you can find online. There's nothing you can't find. If you want to learn how to produce music, it's online. If you want to learn how comedians perform during open mic sessions, you can find it online. If you want to learn how to act or be a better actor, be a better presenter, you can find it online. You can find tutorials, you can find courses, you can learn it from people who are doing it now and apply it to yourself. The moment you start to do that is the moment you become a better talent, you become someone of value to other people. So I know it's a lot of different things, but the whole point of this is that is not something that starts at 9 a.m., stops at 5 p.m. It's a 24-hour job. You have to be willing to put in that time in yourself for someone else to look at you and say, let me invest my own time in you. Time is not just money. It's the hours you spend. It's the effort. It's the mental. It's thinking about another person more than you think about yourself. You know, there's one of the few people, we used to work together at Channel O when I was head of marketing at Channel O, and he was one of the few people that if anyone gave him music, good or bad, he would tell them. He will laugh with you, he will play with you, but he'll tell you that this song was rubbish. Try again. So it's not just the negative, it's saying try again, try this, work with this person, work with that person, become a better talent. And the moment you do that, you can grow. So self-awareness is key. If you don't have self-awareness, you cannot build that brand, you cannot build that image, you cannot build value. The reason why you can say today you love a Jay-Z, Beyonce, The Band, Wizkid, is because they themselves have built their image to that point. So you have to look at them, see what they did right, what they did wrong. Apply it to yourself and then begin to build your brand accordingly. We have no excuse today. If this was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we didn't have social media the way we have now. Everything you can find is online. So make sure you use the tools you have access to. Make sure you find the connection in anything that you have access to, anyone you have access to. Like you said, every performance, which is what frustrates me the most about a lot of artists and talent. When you're in a crowd like this, there are 200, 300 people. Everyone is different. Everyone is thinking of something different. You're paying attention, maybe because there's something you feel you can learn from them. Someone else is thinking, I have a flight in 30 minutes, I need to go. Someone else is thinking, there's a program on TV I need to catch. Everyone is thinking of something different. So your job as a talent is to find a way to impact every single person in this room. The mistake a lot of us make is that we think it can happen at the same time. It doesn't. There's different audiences. Maybe you're a young star, you're 17, your audience is from 13 to 20. 4 years later, your audience has grown, but you still want to connect to the people who are still 13 and 20. You also want to connect to the people who are 40 and above. These are different audiences that you unlock as you continue to grow and become a better artist, a better talent, a better person. As you unlock each different audience, they open you to a new level. They open you to a new level. You know, and I think that's really the main thing I want to drive at, because every opportunity, I think the people that I know on this panel, I can point to opportunities they have given people that I've worked with or even myself. Alibaba, every year, he's giving a platform for upcoming talents. And that's something that he is doing because he has seen the struggle to get to this point and wants to help. But if you don't meet him halfway, he can't help you. Lisa has opened doors for every artist you can think of across this industry. From the bands to Wiz to NATO C to even artists outside Nigeria. Rihanna, one of her first records broke on your platform. And they didn't believe the impact that Nigeria had on international music, because we all just think about the artists here, but we have artists around the world who are trying to come into this same market. You have to continue to remember that. Mr. Martin, during the Mnet days, one of the people who always pushed people to do more, to always want more. Now MultiChoice has a talent factory that, I'm not sure if you guys who heard on radio yesterday, a talent factory that is discovering talents from across Africa. People who want to be writers, people who want to be behind the scenes. They're building platforms to actively help these people. That's for 1 year. Then after that year, they're giving them projects to work on at MultiChoice. They're saying, learn for a year. If you do well, we will give you a platform to build yourself. These are people that, if you're not in this room, you will not have a chance to meet. So every audience is an opportunity. So there's no reason why everybody in this room who has talent should not individually make sure that you capture Alibaba, Olisa, Martin, everyone on this panel before they leave this place. So at least 200 business cards each that you should be sharing with everyone in this room. That's how you take advantage of an opportunity. It's not by sitting down and waiting for someone to build your brand for you. You have to take the initiative and build it. That's it. So if you can follow that, you can build any brand that you want to be. I started, like I said, as a street promoter. From Rihanna's project was my first project. After that, met Wizkid and Banky and the EME guys. Did a tour for them in the US, in the UK. They told me to move back to Nigeria. I moved back 17 days later. After that, continued to work with them, introduced me to everybody from Mnet, working at Channel O, to everyone that I know now. Was an opportunity after an opportunity. None of those things would have opened if I hadn't continued to appreciate those and also give back to those who helped me get through that same door. That's part of the brand building, because there are a lot of people who are successful, but inside they close the door once they walk through, because they don't want anyone else to walk through that same door. That's the wrong mentality to have. So in part of building that brand, you need to build that positivity. Focus on the positive, not the negative. Like I said, we go through about 3,700 songs in a day. We select 14, 13. That's it. Because it's not just what do I like. I now need to think about everyone in this room. Will they like that same music? Will they want to hear that same song? If I bring something to you and you don't like it and I say it's good, the next time I bring something to you, you won't listen to me. That's the whole point. So anything you do, you need to make sure you're putting your full effort so that someone else who receives it also gives it their full effort and says, you know what, this guy is building a brand. He may not be there now, but I know 5 years from now, he will achieve what he wants to achieve. Foresight. So just take these key learnings and say, you know what, if I apply it to myself by myself without anybody else, I can get halfway